Hello, hello. I'm gonna wait for a second. I don't know if we're live for sure. There we go. All right. Hi. Oh my gosh, it is so good to be back. Welcome to my live. I am pumped about this. I'm gonna tell you some tips on your six list and how to use that to grow your enrollments. And we know that the six list is so important. I'll go over what it is, but we know that it's super important to be doing every single day if you want to get your customers, if you want to get your distributors, if you want to grow your paycheck, if you want to grow your business, you have to do your six list every single day. I know some of you use a KPI list. That's fine too. Whatever works best for you. For me, the KPI list misses a couple of things that I think are really important, things like following up and self-development. So that's why I personally like the six list, but you can do whatever you want. I'm going to go over your six list today, and I'm going to give you some tips on things that I've learned in the last week that has just shot my business through the roof. So I'm really excited. This is not just like a six list training. If you're a leader on here and you're like, I know the six list, I know what that is, I do it every day, you're going to want to stick around because I've got some things that I've learned that I want to share with you on how to make it more efficient so that you can use your six list, but more people are seeing your posts, more people are interacting with your posts, more people are seeing your things that you're doing and TikToks and Instagram and all of those things. So this is going to be really, really important no matter what level you're on. If I'm learning these things for the first time, I know this is going to be new for some of you too. So stick around, stick with me, stay with me. I'm going to try to make this really fast because I know that we're all so busy doing our businesses, taking care of our families. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing on your six list is posting. So in the comments, I'm going to put really quick, what is the six list? So that y'all can follow along with me if you want to. So the six list is posting, messaging, adding to your network. One sec. Adding to your network. Well, it already sent that part. Follow up. Number 5 is self-development. And then number 6 is interacting. In the interacting thing, I found some really cool ideas. So if you're in our Ruby chat or our Enroll chat, you're going to see those tips too. So if you haven't checked that chat out yet today, go do that because I'm going to go over some of that, but I'm also going to share some new stuff. Okay, so let's get to it. So number 1, posting. When you go to post, here's something that I found. If you are a business or a creator account on Instagram, if you're not sure what you are, you can go to your page and you can click these 3 lines. Oh my gosh, I hate this is backwards. Click the 3 lines at the top. And whenever you click those 3 lines, it's going to have your settings, and you can go in your settings to change the type of profile that you are by clicking creator or doing your different accounts. Like if you click account, it's going to tell you switch to a personal account, switch to a business account. That's how I know I'm a creator. Okay, so if you have that type of account, here's what you do. You're going to go into your settings. So you go over here, click those. Oh my gosh, sorry. This is going to be really confusing because of where the camera is. But if you go there and then you click Insights, you'll have this if you're a creator account. So click Insights. And once you do, you're going to be able to see all of your engagement. Okay, so if you go to click your audience, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom and you can see the top times to post for that day. Today is not Thursday. Today is Friday. So I'm going to click for Friday because that's today and I want to know when I should post today. So I'm going to use any of those times where it's the top at, the highest. So for example, 3 a.m. Not that I would anyways, but now I'm definitely not going to post at 3 a.m. because there's no one awake. I'm going to post between the hours of 3 to 6 p.m. because those are the highest times that my people are active. That's based on my followers. So mine is going to be different than yours, and it's going to be different for every day. So you're going to want to check that out in the morning before you post. That way you know when to post. Now, this is on Pacific time. So that means that I need to post, I'm Eastern, so I'm 3 hours ahead of Pacific. Meaning if this says 3 o'clock p.m., that for me is 6 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock Pacific means 9 o'clock Eastern. So whenever it says from 3 to 6 p.m., it actually for me on Eastern time means 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern time for me is a good time to post. Why? Because that is what the graph says. Okay. So if you just hopped on and you missed how to get to the graph, watch the replay. Okay. Comment on here. Let's boost this up. Tell me, comment a 1 below if you're watching live. Comment hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. I want to see who's tuning in and getting all the tips for things like this, because that's going to show me a lot about who really wants to grow their business and who's serious about their goals. Hey, Becca, I missed you. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. I feel like I haven't talked to anybody in forever since I've been gone. Like, I literally was just so immersed in my trip, which I needed so badly, but I feel like I miss everybody so much. Okay, so that's posting. So make sure that you figure out a time to post. Now, before you post, one thing I want you to do is I want you to go back through your old, so this is the picture I posted last. Also, look at how many likes I have. Okay, this is because of me using these tips, and obviously I have a lot more followers than y'all, but I use these tips and my engagement has gone up a lot. The picture before I started doing all of these engagement tips, that's the amount of likes I had. So it doubled. Okay, I doubled the amount of engagement just using these tips, so stick around. Okay, so when I get comments on my post, I'm going to respond as immediately as possible to the comments that people are putting on my post. So if someone comments and says something, I'm going to respond to them. Notice how I've done that, okay? I literally responded as fast as possible. So then let's just say right now I'm going to go post, okay? Because it's a good time for me to post based on my graph. It's not, but I'm just pretending. Let's say I'm about to post. What I'm going to do before I post my next post is go back and go back and like all of these comments. So I didn't like any of the people's comments. I only responded back to them. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to like all the comments. Then I'm going to go post. And when I post, I'm going to make sure that my post is bright, that it is colorful, that it's not dark or dingy or blurry. And then I'm going to post, and then I'm going to use hashtags. Make sure that your account is public, because if it's private, people can't view you through hashtags. If you are private, people can't see your reels. People can't see the things that you're doing on your Instagram. So, I mean, I used to teach y'all to make your account private, but things change. Instagram is different. It has reels now. Nobody's going to find your reels if you're private unless they're following you. So you want to make those public so that you can gain a following through reels. So that's for posting, okay? Figure out the time that you need to post. Make sure that it's super bright. Before you go and post, make sure that you like all of the comments from your previous post, and then go respond to the comments that come on your new post as fast as you can. So that is posting. Another thing for posting with, and Facebook's kind of the same as what I just explained for Instagram. On TikTok, I just posted in the Goal Crushers chat a video that explains posting on TikTok, and she talks about the times of the day to post. She also talks about, it's the girl in the burgundy shirt, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's this one. Go watch that video I just put in the Goal Crushers chat. She's going to talk to you about posting on TikTok. It's a TikTok I found today, and I saved it so that y'all can have it. Go check it out after I finish the live video, because you're not going to miss what I'm going to say. Okay, messaging. Messaging is super important. The reason why we message is because we post, but posting isn't asking. Posting is just an open sign for our business, and we want people to see our post. That's why we're using all those tips. But even if they see our post, that doesn't mean that they're going to sign up. We've got to physically go and message them and offer them this opportunity or offer them the product. So for me, what I do is I message on Facebook for host to post. So I'll send a, hey girl, I have a question message. On Instagram, I'm going to send a product model message. If you're not signing a lot of distributors, I want you to send a distributor message. And there's so many examples of those in the team page, okay? So on the team page, go check those out. Go look up scripts. You can find that there. Make sure that you're messaging. If you're saying, I'm messaging people, but nobody is interested, you're not messaging enough, or you're not messaging enough of the right kinds of people. Because if you were, you would be finding people who are interested. There's a girl on our team, Anna. She just signed 3 customers today. That's proof that people are interested in this. I've signed, I think, 20 customers this month so far, and it's the 15th. That is proof. Ooh. That is proof that people want what we have. So if you're not finding those people, you're not messaging enough, or you're not messaging enough of the right people. So go message more. And that's going to help you find the people who are interested. Make sure you're getting your 5 to 10 hosts to post up every single day. If you're not, you're going to miss a lot of the people that you could be finding, and you're not going to get as many people as the ones who are getting their 5 to 10 hosts to post up every day. Okay, the next thing that we're going to talk about is adding to your network. Okay, so following new people, adding to your network. That is super important, because if you're posting and you're messaging, but you're talking to the exact same people every single day, and you're posting, but you're not talking to anyone new, there's no one new on your social media, then you're posting to the same people every single day. If you're messaging and you're messaging 35 to 50 people, maybe even more every single day, you're going to eventually run out of people to talk to. So if you're not adding to your network, you're talking to the same people every day and you don't have enough people to message. That's why you've got to grow your network. TikTok and Reels are a really great way to grow your network on Instagram. And if you're using Facebook also, because I use all three, if you're using Facebook, host a post is a huge way to grow your network on Facebook. So make sure that you're doing all the things. These are also intertwined with one another. When I ask if you're doing your 6 list and you're missing one of these things, one of the 6, then it's going to throw everything off balance. If you're doing everything but you're not following up, you're missing a huge key piece of the 6 list. If you're doing everything but you're not messaging, you're missing a huge key to the 6 list. If you're doing all these things but you're not adding to your network, none of the rest of the things are going to work. You've got to do all of them, because they all work synergistically together to make sure that everything flows really smoothly. Okay, so adding to your network. Here's how I do that. I go on Instagram, and this is going to be my explore page. So it's going to be based on the things that I'm interested in. There's going to be a lot of like pregnancy. There's going to be a lot of people from The Bachelorette. There's going to be a lot of newlyweds. All that stuff is things that I'm interested in. So I'm going to find people that are interested in the same things as me, fitness, things like that. So this one right here, this is actually a girl that I know and follow. So I'm going to click on this. This is posted by a different account. Ooh. So I'm going to go click this because they just tagged her in it. So this is someone that I really admire a lot, and I might go to her most recent post, and I'm going to go to her likes, and then I'm going to go and add people who liked her post, because they're going to have something in common with me. Notice that she has a lot of followers, meaning she's going to have a lot of people who are liking her post. 62,000 people. I'm not going to follow her, which I already do follow her, but I'm not going to follow her. I'm going to follow the people who are following her. Okay, and that's where I'm going to find people that are in the same market that I'm in, because I'm not going to go look for something that doesn't apply to me, right? If I'm looking up a college sorority, that has nothing to do with me in this phase of life that I'm in. And if I have a bunch of college sorority girls following me, they're going to have a hard time relating to my post. And that could be a huge reason why your engagement and your interaction on your post that you're putting up are really little. If I'm posting things that you're not interested in, you're not going to follow me. You're not going to look at my page. That's why if you're in a sorority, you're not looking at moms who are posting things about diaper bags, because you don't care about that yet. That's not in your realm of the things that you're interested in. So you've got to find people who are interested in the same things as you. So that's what I do on Instagram. Facebook is very similar, but I will go through someone who says that they'll host a post for me, and I will go through their friends, and I'll go add people from their friends list who look like they're a girl over the age of 18 and they have a super bright profile picture. That's all I'm looking for, and I just follow, or add straight down. I don't go look at their profile. I don't go do all those things beforehand, because whenever I'm interacting, I'll catch the ones that I don't really want to follow later. Okay, I'll go over that whenever we talk about interacting, but when you're adding people, make it a quick thing. Boom, 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 boom. If you're like me, that's one of the things I least like about this business, is that I have to go and add people, not because I care about what they think about me, not because I don't want to add strangers. That doesn't bother me. For me, it's because it's boring. I'm like, ugh, I don't want to sit here and just like follow people. So what I do, if you struggle with that too, make it fun. What I do is I find like a couple of different songs that I really like right now, or I'll find like a new artist on Spotify, and I'll turn on a couple of the songs and just like listen to a new song, or listen to Morgan Wallen's new album, and I'll do a couple of songs that I really like. And when those songs are over, I can stop adding to my network. But during that, I'm very intentionally focused because I'm giving myself a limited amount of space and time to be able to go and add people. So that's something that helps me a lot. Okay, so now let's talk about follow-up. I'm not going to get super into this because I did make a very detailed follow-up method in this team page already. I did a live video about this, so search, I'll put it in here, follow-up method. If you search that in Dare to Be Diamond, you're going to be able to find my follow-up method. But instead of explaining what to do, I'm going to tell you why this is super important, okay? Following up is crucial. Put a 2 in the comments below if someone followed up with you before you ordered products or before you signed up for the business. Because I know some of us, for me, I was a customer before I joined this business, and they had to follow up with me to even sign up as a customer. Okay, you're not going to find people who are going to sign up on the spot 99% of the time. Every now and then you'll have someone who will, but that's not really what we're looking for here. We're working every single day to plant seeds so that we can follow up with them. But if you're not following up, you're missing so many people who would be interested. So put a 2 in the comments if someone had to follow up with you before you actually signed up to do this business. Taylor said yes. Natalie said yes. Allie said yes. Clarissa said yes. Guys, some of our top leaders on this team were people who had to be followed up with, myself included. So don't miss that part. Find a system that works for you. Keep track of the people that you're talking to. Follow up every single day. Go check out the follow-up method on here on Dare to Be Diamond after this if you struggle with following up, okay? The next thing before self-development, I want to talk about interacting, okay? Because this is something that I learned the last week too. So when you're interacting, this is really crucial if you want higher story views, if you want to increase your interaction and your engagement on your actual posts, and if you want to enroll more people. Why does all that matter? Why is interacting such a big deal? Well, if they're not seeing my stories, I'm doing a lot of work for a whole lot of nothing. I'm not getting a good return on the work that I'm putting into my story. So I need to increase my story views. How do I do that? I interact. If I'm messaging people, I'm doing all those things, I'm following up, but I need to continue to water the seeds that I've planted through messaging and following up. How do I do that? I post. They see my post, they remain interested, or they become more interested, then they reach out to me. But if they're not seeing my post, that's a problem. How can I increase the amount of people who see my posts? I interact. See how all of this all works together? You cannot miss a piece of the 6 list and still be successful. You've got to do all of those things every day, okay? It's so crucial if you want to be successful. So if I am going on here and looking at interacting, what am I going to do first? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up to my stories, and you have the little bubbles at the top of your Instagram. So oh, Allie's on my first. Hey, girl. Okay, so I'm going to go to my stories, and I'm going to swipe all the way over to the very end. These are the people that I least interact with on stories. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the very last one, and I'm going to start clicking backwards. So notice I'm going to go back through those people. And again, this is somewhere where I can figure out, I think this is this way. So I can figure out who I don't want to follow based on what they're posting. So if someone posts and I see that they're with another company, I'm just going to unfollow them. Or if they're posting something negative or political, I'm going to go and unfollow them. But the ones who I do see, I'm going to go on here and just continue to scroll backwards and look through some of their stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reply back to it, okay? I'm going to reply to their comments or their story. And so let's find one that I can reply to. Okay, so this is a really pretty view. So that's all I'm going to say. And there's another thing you can do too. So here's what I did. I went and made a word board. Okay, so word board is just an app where you can put all of your conversations and all of your scripts in one place, and you can just click a button and it's going to pop up the words that you want. So it's kind of like text replacement, but a little bit easier. And with this, you can actually make a folder. Ooh, this being backwards throws me off so bad. Okay, so I have an interaction folder. So now, depending on what it is, all I have to do is click one of these. So if it's cute, I'm just going to say, I'm going to click cute, and it's going to say, OMG, so cute. If it's a baby, I'm going to click baby, and I have something that just like covers all the babies. If it's and then I have like a boy and then a girl. So if it's like a baby boy or a baby girl, because again, I have a lot of babies on my feed. So if I have boy, it's gonna say he's so cute. Girl says she's so cute with the pink heart. If I say yes, it's gonna say yes, girl with the little praise hands. Okay. And then if I say stunning, it's gonna say so stunning. So I can send her that one because that fits with the picture. So it's not her, but it's the view. So I can do all of those things so quickly if I'm literally just scrolling through, pushing a button. Okay, so that's what I do for interacting. And then on Facebook, I do a similar thing, but I'll go through their stories the same exact way, do the same buttons. Then I also can go through and do birthdays by just searching birthday in Facebook. And it's gonna bring me up to everybody whose birthday is January 15th. And I'm gonna message them and I'm gonna say, hey, happy birthday, post it on their wall, whatever. They're gonna see that. They're gonna, go to my page if they don't know who I am. Then I can also go, if I go to Facebook and I click these 3 little lines at the bottom, I click that. Then I'm gonna go up here to friends. And then I'm gonna click all friends. And then I'm gonna click sort over here. And then you can sort your friends from newest to oldest. So I'm going to do newest friends first. So all these people are my newest friends. So I'm going to go through starting with, but she's a distributor. But for example, I would click hers and I would go and interact on it. The next person is this girl. So I'm going to go and I'm going to interact with her post. And then I'm going to go add some new people. So I'm going to go add some new friends and I'm going to do that. So, somebody said, how many times do you interact a day? Anytime that I'm just sitting and scrolling, I am interacting with people. So for me, I need to stay on task and I get really distracted really easily. So I'm going to actually go on there and I'm going to set timers on my phone. So whenever you're, have some downtime, do interacting. Whenever you're sitting and doing your 6 list, take 10 or 20 minutes, depending on how much time you have, and interact. This should be a huge part of what we do. And I actually want to switch up how we do our power hours to where we're adding people for like 10 minutes and then interacting for 20 minutes versus the opposite way, because interaction is absolutely key. Because if you're doing all these other things but no one's seeing your post, it's not going to be as effective. So interacting is absolutely crucial to be able to get as many customers, to be able to get as many distributors. Okay, the last one in our 6 list is interacting or self-development. So self-development, what we need to do, guys, here's why self-development is so important. If you're not doing self-development, but you're posting and you're messaging, you're adding to your network, you're following up, you're interacting, you're doing all this stuff, but you're not doing self-development and you're not growing your belief in yourself, it's going to change how you work. Like, think about whenever you started a sport and you really believe that you could do that sport and that you could be really, really good at it. You worked really hard on it. You worked really hard to become a better swimmer. You worked really hard to be a better soccer player. Why? Because you had the belief. So if you don't believe that you can do this business, why would you work really hard at that thing? Why would you work really hard at this business if you don't even believe that you can do it? And so you grow your belief when you do self-development. The way that you show that belief, or the way that that belief is manifested, changes the way that you post. It makes you message more intentionally. It changes the way you add to your network because you know the type of audience that you're looking for, because you truly believe that you're going to go ambassador or diamond or whatever. So if I'm going ambassador, I know the type of people that I want to bring with me to get to that point, and that's going to change how I add to my network. I'm going to follow up. Why? Because I believe in the power of following up. I believe that people want and need what we have. I believe that they didn't stop messaging me because they weren't interested. I believe that they stopped messaging me because they forgot, and they're going to be thankful that I followed up. But that comes from the belief that I gain when I do self-development. If you're not doing self-development, all of this really doesn't amount to a whole lot, because your paycheck will never exceed your self-development. I'm going to repeat that again. Your paycheck will never exceed your self-development. If you're someone who consistently does self-development, I want you to put in the chat something that you've learned through self-development. Meaning, why do you do self-development? What have you noticed changed for you since you started being consistent with self-development? Because guys, this is something that changed my business, and you will not find, like, I was at the premiere this last week. Every single one of us does self-development, and you can tell that we do self-development by the way that we talk, not only to ourselves, but to one another. You can tell that we do self-development because of the types of mentalities that we have. We've changed our mentality from this broke poverty mindset that we all had when we joined this business to an excited, strategic, rich mindset. And that's why we are where we are, because we've done self-development. We've changed the way that we think and feel about ourselves. We've changed the way we think and feel about the future and about money, but we did that through self-development. You will not be successful at this business if you aren't doing self-development, if you're not doing it consistently. And I feel that wholeheartedly. That's why I know that that's really bold to say, but I truly do believe that all of this is for nothing if you're not growing yourself. Because if you're growing your business and you're getting these distributors in the door and they're joining this business with you, but you're not doing self-development, how in the world can you lead them when you can't even lead yourself? Self-development is becoming a leader. It's becoming someone who has a better mindset, a more positive outlook on the future. You grow your belief. If you don't believe in yourself, how can you believe in them? If you don't believe in this company, how can you believe in them? If you can't lead yourself, how can you lead a team? If you are leading yourself and you are leading your team, but you're not growing in your leadership to learn how to become an empowered leader, how are you going to empower your team so that your business is sustainable? So that you have leaders who aren't just healthy and just doing everything that you say, but they're actually growing themselves. They're actually leading themselves and leading their own teams. If you're not doing self-development, none of this matters. None of this matters. Because again, it all flows from your belief. Your belief grows when you do self-development. If you don't believe that you can do any of this, if you don't believe that this is possible, why in the world would you work for it? I know I wouldn't. If I didn't believe that I could go ambassador, I sure as heck would not show up the way that I do every day. If I didn't believe we could be a number 9 team, if I didn't believe every single one of you could change your life with this business and go diamond and above, I would not show up and do coaching calls like I do. It all flows from self-development. So what do I do? How do I do self-development? Okay, I'm all in. I'm ready to do self-development. You've convinced me. I'll do it. What do I do? Here's a couple of ideas. Go search motivation on YouTube. I'm gonna type this in. For self-development, search motivation on YouTube. Now, if you are a leader, you are not going to search motivation on YouTube. You can if you want to for just a little pick-me-up, but you have to graduate. It's like school. Like, I'm not going to sit here in 12th grade and still cut out things and paste them on a paper like I did in kindergarten. I've grown out of that. I don't need to do the things I did in kindergarten when I'm in 12th grade. If I'm doing the same exact things, I'm never going to graduate. I'm never going to get better. If you didn't move on to doing something different and moving on to a different level, you would never have graduated high school. You never would have graduated middle school. You never would have gotten out of elementary school because you're doing the same things you did in kindergarten. That's the same way with self-development. You can't just listen to motivation on YouTube and expect to be a triple black diamond. It's not going to happen. So search motivation on YouTube. If you are brand new to self-development, do that. Okay. Then go graduate yourself to podcasts. Start listening to podcasts. Some good examples of podcasts. I know a lot of y'all listen to podcasts in here, but feel free to type in your favorite podcast so that people can find ones that you like. But mine is Redefining Wealth by Patrice Washington. And then a good one for leadership is the Leadership Podcast by Craig Groeschel. And then another one that I would want all of you to do, if you are brand new to self-development, I want you to listen to 2 different books, okay? 2 books, and you can listen to those on Audible, or you can listen to them. A lot of them are on just YouTube. If you just search YouTube and you type in these book names, you're going to have the Audible version of that book for free. So 2 books is Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker, and then Atomic Habits, and I'm pretty sure that's by James Clear. Okay, that's what I want you to do. I want you to go and do self-development, not just whenever you feel like you need self-development, but every single day. And here's why you need to do self-development even whenever you don't think that you need self-development, okay? Because I didn't do self-development for a long time. I didn't buy into the idea that I needed that. I didn't buy into I thought it was a lot of hoopla, to be honest with you, at the very beginning. But when I did finally buy into doing self-development, I did it on the days where I felt empty. I did it on the days where I felt like I couldn't keep going. I did it on the days only whenever I felt discouraged. When I felt encouraged and excited about my business, I didn't do self-development. Why? Because I didn't think that I needed it. But the reason why I did is because if you only do self-development when you feel depleted, then you just continue to fill yourself back up, and then you just get depleted again. Then you fill yourself back up, and then you get depleted again. But it's a constant cycle of this. When you're not overflowing, how can you pour out onto other people? If you're only barely filled up yourself, how are you going to be able to overflow that into other people without being depleted yourself? Right? If I have $5 and I go give you $5, I have nothing. I leave empty-handed. I leave completely depleted. I almost said deplenished. Completely depleted of all of my income and all of my resources, right? If I have $5 and I give you $5, but if I had $15 and I go give you $5, you now have $5, but I still am not I'm not broke. Same with self-development. If you keep giving yourself that $5 and then you give that $5 to somebody else, you're back here. You can't keep continuing to live at this level and expect to be better. You've got to grow. And so if you grow yourself past where you need to be, then you have stuff to overflow and give to your team and to give to other people and to grow your own business while expanding theirs, while encouraging other people. And then you still don't feel depleted because you're still here. And then you continue to grow. And as long as you're growing the things, the ingredients and the contents inside of this cup, let's say this cup that you have, if you can continue to grow outside of that cup, what does that cup have to do? Grow to contain what's inside of it. So now, not only am I just getting better, going back to here and then depleting again and just staying at this same level, my cup has now grown to where I can hold more of that in that cup. So I'm growing myself because I'm not who I was when I started this business. And that's because I did self-development on the days I didn't feel like I needed it, so that I can continue to grow, so that I wouldn't just stay at the same level that I'm at and just stay not discouraged, right? There's a difference between not losing and actually winning. People who do self-development on the days that they need it, they just don't lose. They just don't feel discouraged, but they're never really encouraged. They never really grow past who they are. They never really become a better version of themselves. They just don't get discouraged, right? So I want you to do self-development every single day. If you're not doing all of these things, so again, I'll read back through them. Post, message, follow, so add to your network, follow up, self-development, and interact. If you're not doing all of those things every single day, you will not be successful at this business. But again, on the flip side of that, if you do these things every single day, you will be successful at this business. And I don't care how long it takes you. I don't care if it doesn't feel like you're getting the results that you want right now. Keep doing the 6 list. The Bible says, do not grow weary in doing good, for at the right time you will reap the harvest if you don't give up. Don't grow weary in doing your 6 list, for at the right time you will reap the harvest if you don't give up. Do not grow weary in doing your 6 list, for at the right time you will reap the harvest if you don't give up. Repeat that to yourself over and over again on the days that you don't feel like you see the fruit. You don't have the enrollments that you wanted. The people that said that they would order from you don't order. The people that said that they would sign up don't. That happens to me too, but I just don't stop doing my 6 list every single day. And hopefully these things that I've taught you today will help you with posting and help you with interacting and help you with self-development, to give you tools and handles on how to better do those things so that you get the results that you want. Because the people are out there. They want this business. They want these products. They want what we have to offer. You just got to go find them. So you can do this. Don't grow weary in doing good. I'm pretty sure it's the cover photo of our team page. So go check that out. Okay. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Love you very much. Share this with your teams. Please tag them. Please share this in your chats. Whatever you need to do, make sure that your team sees this and watches this video, because it's going to be so helpful for them if they start doing this and they're consistent with it. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.